Okay, what time is it? Oh,
6:28.
okay. Well, why don't we fire it up? Okay, good evening, everyone. Sorry, can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, great. Okay, so agenda for Tuesday, February 16th, 2021. I'll welcome everybody here tonight. First of all, is there any disclosure of pecuniary interest?
No.
Nope.
Okay,
Nope.
good. We will go to staff reports. We have 2 written staff reports here that I believe, and again, I picked up mine, so I'm assuming that you have these. I'll start with John Paul's. And I'm sure you've already looked it over. He's on with us tonight. Does anybody have any questions for John Paul?
Yes.
Okay,
I was just wondering how it making out with the Mi'kmaq Highlands Chamber of Commerce.
I still haven't heard back from them, Tom. I emailed them and called them, just waiting. Do you think I should keep,
Yeah. Okay.
maybe give them another call?
Okay. Yeah. I guess maybe I don't know why they wouldn't answer. Eh?
I really
they can't
don't.
be traveling.
I don't understand it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I was just curious.
Yeah.
Thank you.
good question. Any other questions for John Paul?
Nope. Nope.
Okay, we'll look at Dan then, and Dan's also on the agenda for later on, but if anybody's been outside lately, plowing and sanding roads, definitely. And everything's there, and we will discuss this when we get to number 7. But I believe that you've got all the information and a second page on warranty. And we'll discuss that when we get to 7. Are there any other questions about roads, whatever, that you have for Dan in the meantime?
Nope.
Seeing
Nope.
none, I'll move on to Will.
We just had equipment repair we're working on.
Counselor Scott, is Will there?
Yes.
Okay. We can't hear him.
Sorry, is that better?
That's much better for me.
Yes.
Everybody good?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Sorry about that.
Go ahead, Will.
We've been doing equipment maintenance. We're working on a COVID training package so we can focus more online and bringing firefighters in as small groups. We've been following up on some calls that we have had and working on a lot of 911 signs that have been buried with all the snow that we've got. We've had a couple little incidents over the last couple of weeks where 911 numbers weren't seen and there was a little delay on either responding or figuring out where the location was.
Okay, that's good, Will. Does anybody have any questions fire related for Will?
Nope.
Seeing none, we'll move on to Chris. And Chris is just, we've finished the, what's the money thing? The audit? Audit's done, money thing. You see, I'm not the treasurer. Finished the audit, waiting for results, and we've just, otherwise, we'll come up to a few of the other things like number 5, number 6, when we get into the resolutions. And we have no other staff reports tonight, so we will go to committee reports. And we'll start with Councillor Moore.
No, I have nothing tonight.
Okay. And Councillor Marchant.
We had a test voting for the Source Water Board of Directors for when we vote for the chairperson. And tragically, HIP won the vote.
Oh,
It's the
good.
best band in Canada. And it worked very well. They had 4 choices and you could vote, and they don't see the results coming from each person. So it's a secret ballot. So, and on the 24th, we have an annual general meeting on Zoom. And we vote then. So we'll see how it works out.
Okay, good. Councillor Anderson.
No, I got nothing.
Okay. Councillor Scott. Your lips are moving, but I can't hear anything. Okay, I did hear no. And in my case, East Home is the annual meeting, and it's on February 24th, the same day as Tom's meeting. So I have no staff report tonight as well. So we can move on to resolutions. And the first resolution is number R 2021-029, and that's the minutes of the meeting held February 2nd. So do I have a mover and a seconder, please?
Linda?
Okay, moved by Councillor Anderson. And
Liz?
thank you, Councillor Moore. So number R 2021-029, moved by Councillor Anderson, seconded by Councillor Moore, that the minutes of the meeting held February 2nd, 2021 be adopted as published. All in favor?
Yes.
Yes.
James, just hold up your hand. Good work, thank you. Carried. Okay, so moving along, and this is the annual household hazardous waste program that North Bay provides for us. And they're asking that we continue to participate in the City of North Bay's household hazardous waste program for the year 2021. Any comments or questions?
I do have one question.
Yes.
I mentioned this probably over a year ago, that they were taking glass. So I'm wondering if the office could call and find out to what degree they're taking it. Like, is it just so much, like you can only take so many counts of paint, right? At one point. So if we should find out about it and then maybe put it in one of our newsletters, because some people want to recycle it. Keep it out of the landfill. It doesn't
Right.
cost. Because I just heard again that they are taking glass.
Okay, we can look into that.
Great.
That's not an issue, and I'll put that on the list.
A question?
No, just said good question. Okay, so that
Question. A question?
Oh, go
I
ahead,
wondered-
Tom, I'm sorry.
Is our cost remaining the same? Do we know a cost on this?
Do we have a thought?
We don't have a cost yet. I'm not anticipating any changes.
Okay, so they just said about sharing the cost. As long
The
as those
program has
precip-
changed.
Okay, that's good, because it says those precipitating municipalities sharing the operating disposal costs, so. I just wondered if there was a cost now.
Oh, there has been a cost already.
I'm sorry, there's real squeal.
Real feedback. Nope.
So there's no increase in cost.
No increase,
Okay,
okay? So, a mover and a seconder then for this,
I'll move.
Councillor Marchant. And Councillor Scott has his hand up, so we'll include him on that. So it's number R 2021-030, moved by Councillor Marchant, seconded by Councillor Scott, that we participate in the City of North Bay's Household Hazardous Waste Program for the year of 2021. All in favor?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Carried, thank you. The next one is basically to keep money. The resolution is we had transferred 10,000 to reserve from the fire department, and we just want to put it back in the fire department budget instead of reserve, because machine time transfers and year-end purchases, there was no anticipated surplus, so there's nothing to transfer. Any questions? So we need a mover and a seconder, please.
I'll move.
Thank you.
I'll second.
Okay, thank you. Twice. So I'm gonna, it's number R 2021-031. Moved by, I'll go with, moved by Councillor Moore, seconded by Councillor Anderson, that the resolution number R 2020-224 passed December 15th, 2020, be amended to remove the transfer of 10,000 to reserve from the fire department budget at the end of 2020. All in favor?
Yes.
yes,
Yes.
Carried, thank you. The next one, and I'm going to let Dan speak to it. We're at awarding the tender for the Tract Excavator. Yeah, keep smiling, Dan. So if you would like to tell us, everybody, I believe everybody got the tender information. Brant Tractor and Toromont Cat, is that correct?
correct.
Okay, so the only question is, and Dan, that is about the cost of the extended warranties. You're on mute. You're still muting. Okay, try it again. Mute.
Can you hear me now?
I sure can.
Okay,
I think we all can.
okay, good. So there's 3 different warranty packages we could get. one that just includes powertrain, one that includes powertrain and hydraulics, and one that includes powertrain, hydraulics, and technology, which is all the computers that are running the excavators now. And I would personally, if we're going to do warranty, I would go with the powertrain, hydraulic, and technology, because we all know computers cost when they go down. And it's a cost of $3,600 extra.
And option 2 was 35, and just the 5-year extended warranty was 23.
Correct.
So Dan has recommended the option 3, 5-year, 5,000 hour extended powertrain, hydraulic and technology warranty. Do you have questions for Dan? I think we all know how much it costs if anything on these breakdown. And,
Right.
Yeah,
Their service calls are $200 an hour now. And I mean, you know, nothing, we all know, like when computers go in the cars, how much they are. This just doubles. I would figure 2 service calls, like something kind of major, would pay for this, no problem.
So if we have no questions, any other questions, I would need a mover and a seconder. Oh,
Is
James,
this,
Linda,
sorry, is this just about the extended warranty or is this the purchase of the actual?
the
Excavator.
the purchase, that was on the front page, on
Right,
the first page, Tormont Cat.
that's the one we're getting.
135, 534, or 543.50. That was the least expensive. And then the other that we're discussing now is the warranty that goes along with it.
So the
we're-
Tormont is the one we're getting, not the John Deere.
Yeah, we're going with the CAT excavator, the cheaper one.
Okay. What made you decide that? Just price?
No, it checked almost all of our boxes for criteria that we were looking for. It checked almost 90% of the boxes.
Okay.
and that has the added hydraulic.
Sorry?
It has the extra hydraulics.
Yeah, it has, it'll have all the extra hydraulics to run the brush head, and it exceeds what it needs by quite a bit to run that brusher head.
Yeah, and that comes with cooler and all that stuff. Eh?
Yeah, it comes fully equipped, like all that was in the tender, and it comes fully ready to go. The only thing we gotta do is take our brusher head up there so they can set all the hydraulic flows to it.
And do we have money? Sorry. Do we have money for this, or are we putting it on a loan, or how are we managing this?
I think we're using machine credits, which was, I mean, probably putting on a loan that machine credits will pay for. So there's no cost to the budget.
So we have that money in the bank, Chris?
We do. Any other questions? James? Try sign language. Oh, I think he's going to another mic. 6?
Oh my God.
Sorry, can't read it.
We all wear glasses and we can't see it.
Wow.
Oh, shit.
That's what happens when you get old.
Still can't make it out.
Yes. Yes, James, that's the cost of the extended warranty if that's the one we decide to go with. So I will put it out, a mover and a seconder for the warranty. The total cost would be 139, 645.40 versus the other one, which would be 181, 930 plus their warranty on top of that.
Correct.
Correct. So do I have a mover and a seconder?
I'll move, Tom.
Okay, Tom, and it seems James has his hand up.
Can you hear
So
me?
Counselor Marchant and Counselor Scott. So it's number R 2021-032, moved by Counselor Marchant, seconded by Counselor Scott, that we award tender NIP EW 2021-01 for the new 2021 Tract excavator to Tormont Cat at a cost of $139,645.40, including applicable taxes. All in favor?
Yes.
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 Carried.
What date can we expect it?
That won't know until they put the order. They couldn't really search it until we put the order in. So I'll know once I put the order in the next couple of days. Because it's going to be custom built. It could take up to 4 or 5 months.
Yeah,
But they might have one already in the line. So
right.
we might get it sooner.
Well, 4 or 5 months, you'll have it for fall.
Yeah. Well, we'll have it for brushing season.
Yeah.
Okay, well, good luck with that. I hope it's sooner, but in the meantime, we'll move on to number 8. Discussion draft trailer bylaw. Everybody has a copy of the draft. We've talked about this, and since its inception, there have been a number of questions and comments. So right now we're looking at the draft. We may hold off on passing this until we can have a public meeting, not a Zoom meeting where the public can be included. So it might be a little time yet, unless someone can tell us when COVID's going to be over. But right now, we're just looking for comments from counselors on anything that we need to fine tune in this bylaw. So
I have a
right
couple.
off, is there anything, Counselor
Yes.
Moore?
Yeah. First of all, on the first page on 3.1, where we
Yep.
talk about the 21 consecutive days. So technically, you've got family visiting, they put the trailer on your property for 21 days, they take it away for 2 days and they can come back for another 21 days. I see an issue there, because I guess that could happen. Probably not much we can do about it.
I'm not sure. We'll note.
That's kind of similar to what the provincial parks are. Right?
Yes, absolutely, Tom. Yes, it's like that now.
Right.
And I don't know how they're dealing with that, but. Okay, the next one would be the date, the December 1st. I know we talked about this in the past, why we were extending it to December the 1st rather than October. And what was that reasoning again?
I think I think whether it be global warming or hunting season,
Yeah.
but some people would be in there till the second week of November. So that's why we went with December 1st.
Okay, I'm just thinking other campgrounds in the area would be October 1st, I think.
Yeah, these
Well,
would
it's
be,
a deer
these would be
season
private.
and warmer weather,
Yeah, okay.
because there is still archery later on in November, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, now there was something else. Number 4.1. We talk about building. I know we have a process now where somebody's building, they can put a $5,000 deposit down and it's returned when the building is complete, right? They can have a trailer.
Correct.
So this would, if somebody can get that bill done in a year, they're just gonna pay the $600, I would imagine. I guess it really doesn't matter. I don't even know why it's in there, to be honest.
Yeah,
I would-
I'm a little concerned about that one as well. I'm wondering if someone could stretch out their build for years and just have a trailer there.
Yeah,
But if they have the building permit, they still have to pay that $600 a year.
yeah,
And then
Still
every
building.
year, and then your building permit expires as well after a year.
But then does
Yeah.
someone follow up? Like, who does that?
Our building official he follows up on the building permit.
When it expires?
Yep.
Okay.
okay, my next was 5.2.
Okay.
I get that they need to check the zoning bylaw to see if they can have a trailer on the property that they're looking at. But should we not make that a little more descriptive about what that bylaw is? I get that when they come in, the office will explain to them once they ask the address, but if they just take this and go home and then go buy their trailer, throw it on their lot, I think we should put a footnote or something in there explaining what that zoning bylaw.
Okay, explaining where they can be located.
That's right. I
Okay.
think that should be in there. Just take a lot of grief away.
Okay.
And the other one was 6.1. So it talks about admin and CAO, chief building official. So just for some clarification, if somebody comes in, they pay their permit, and we're looking at how they're going to get rid of their waste, does the CBO go and look at that site?
That would be more bylaw enforcement.
Okay, but it does mention in here that you could get rid of waste through an outhouse, and an outhouse falls under the building code, so at least that's to my understanding.
Pardon? Yeah. Chris just mentioned if it is an outhouse, I think they have to check that with the Conservation Authority, outhouse or gray water.
Okay. But I from what I read, it also falls under a chief building official, building code. So I think we need to look at that.
Right.
And to see
He would
if
look
has
at the
to
building for sure.
Yes. Okay, and my last things were, maybe I missed it in here. Can the trailers remain on the lot, or do they have to be removed after December 1st?
They can remain. I'm not sure. I thought they could remain, but couldn't be habitated.
Can't be habitated, no.
Well, yeah, but they can remain there.
They can remain there, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Again, maybe we ought to write that in for clarification so that
Okay.
it doesn't become a point later. I think that's a good point that Liz made.
Okay. And we've had a few others that we will,
3.2 says,
Tom, what did you have?
3.2 says, the issuance license and the grant licensee is authority to occupy the trailer on a permanent basis. So it's in the bylaw that they can't stay in it on a permanent basis, and commencing December 1st of a calendar year and ending April 30th.
Right,
So it says in there they can't occupy it in
right.
that period.
they can't occupy it, but they could leave the trailer
They
itself
could
there.
leave it.
Yeah,
Yes.
Okay.
I have one other little thing. I think
Okay.
Liz covered a lot. But 5.6,
yep,
it says that about the refund, indicating that a trailer was not located, indicating that they could do that at any time after they remove the trailer. So we'd have no way of proving that. I think it has to be a little more defined, i.e. is probably a trailer, indicating a trailer is no longer located in the property on a date that will be, or the date that it will be removed, because otherwise they could call us and say, no, I took it out in June and this is October. If we just read this one by letter of the law. So I think we need to just clean that language up a little bit.
okay, and they must make us aware when they're gonna move it so we can check it.
Right, because otherwise they can tell us, no, honestly, it wasn't there all summer. I know you think it was, but it wasn't, so I shouldn't have to pay.
Okay,
Good one.
okay, any,
I was just curious as to what the main complaints that the office received last year. Was it lakefront property or the zoning?
I mean, the complaints, why we brought this in were, of course, noise complaints.
No, I meant like people came to the office last fall and one staff report.
It's pretty much split. There's quite a few people that don't want them on lakefront property. And then there's quite a group, including the former president of one of the lake areas that said they had no problem with them on lakefront property. So that's what it is. We're in a split now. There's both sides. Some say, no, they shouldn't be. Others say they should be. So, that's the discussion,
It was pretty well an equal split then.
It is, surprisingly, yes.
Okay.
So that's
I wonder-
why we
I wonder
were,
if we-
yes,
Sorry.
Linda?
In section 1, I wonder if we couldn't put in a thing directing people to look at zoning prior to purchasing their trailer. Because if they purchase a piece of property thinking they can buy the trailer and just move it up here, it's kind of unfair if all they do is look at this and have no reference back to the zoning and
So we
the section of zoning that they should be looking at.
So we should reference them to the official plan.
I think so, yes.
Okay,
And where they should be looking, so they don't have to go through the entire official plan
right,
to find what they're looking for, but specifically direct them to what trailer specifications there are.
right. Yeah, we could do that in just in the beginning and an introduction, basically.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. It'll really clarify it a lot, I think.
Yes, it will.
If we went with it, it would have to be information sent out in the newsletter.
Right.
Yeah.
And we all hope that they read everything that we supply them, but
Yeah.
again, in some cases they don't. But
Right.
and we will continue. If you come up with any other ideas, for this draft bylaw, or if you're speaking to somebody that has some ideas, we can entertain those. And again, we hope that we can get a public meeting, closer to trailer season, but again, everything depends on COVID. Okay?
Yep.
So if there's no more on the trailer bylaw, we'll move on to correspondence. And again, you just received it today. If you have any questions, both from Gravenhurst and Perry Sound were both, well, first of all, the thank you note was the first thing. And then Gravenhurst and Perry Sound both would like to see the restoration of the Ontario Fire College. And if not, Gravenhurst would I think they would like them to give them the property, but it's a multi-million-dollar property. I can see the government selling that or something else. And then the Conwy Township. And that's just saying that they believe that with municipal elections, if you have a criminal record and it hasn't been cleared by the database, you shouldn't be allowed to run. And the other thing from Ontario working with municipal partners, it's just talking about ways that they're going to try to improve social assistance, and the related topics are on the back page. And again, if you go to that website and click, you have the information. Was there anything else in there that you wanted to discuss?
I just have a question for Will on the closure of the fire school or fire education thing. I know that we've kind of talked about it before at council meeting, but is the impact to us really great, or have we already found a plan to work around this?
It is going to be an impact on us, but we are working on a plan to work around it. And we believe that North Bay is going to be a regional training center as well.
So you're working with North Bay?
Well, they're becoming, we're working in-house on doing our own, but it looks like North Bay is going to be a regional training center. So that's going to be our closest center. But
And then
unfortunately,
will you train the trainers there, or are you going to send everybody there?
that will all depend on the cost, because it won't be $65 like it was down at the fire college.
Right. Okay. But there won't also be the travel expense, which was, I think, quite extensive, wasn't it, going down there?
That's correct. So it could balance out. As far as we understand right now, it's the municipality or the city that gets to say what the prices are.
Right.
We're hoping that the government might step up and say, well, you need to keep pricing down.
Right. But failing everything, you could go to training and then come back and train our guys, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. That was the only question I had.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So if there are no more questions for correspondence, we'll accept it. We need a mover and a seconder, please.
Linda?
Thank
Liz.
you. Thank you. So it's number R 2021-033, moved by Councillor Anderson, seconded by Councillor Moore, that we accept the correspondence as presented. All in favor?
Yes.
Yeah.
Carried, thank you. Statements of accounts totaling $108,336.72. I see James wants to put his hand up for that one. Thank you. So James has moved it. We need a seconder, please.
Linda?
Thank you. Number R 2021-034, moved by Councillor Scott, seconded by Councillor Anderson, that the statement of accounts dated February 4th and 16, 2021, totaling $108,336.72 be approved. All in favor?
Yes.
Yes.
Carried. Thank you. Carried. And our confirming bylaw. Number R 2021-035. A mover and a seconder, please.
James.
Thank
Liz.
you. Counselor Scott, and who else?
Liz.
Thank you. Counselor Moore. So it's number R 2021-035, moved by Counselor Scott, seconded by Counselor Moore, that we pass bylaw number 2021-10, being a bylaw to confirm the proceedings of council at its meeting held on February 16th, 2021, read the first, second, and third time, and passed this 16th day of February, 2021. All in favor?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, and thank you all for that. And we go to our final adjournment. A mover and a seconder, please.
Tom,
Thank you.
Linda?
Thank you. And I'll apologize to James if I miss his hand on occasion. So it's number R 2021-036, moved by Councillor Marchant, seconded by Councillor Anderson, that the meeting be adjourned at 7:08 on 1 o'clock. The next regular meeting to be held March 9th, 2021. All in favor?
Yes.
Yes.
Carried. I thank you all for
Can I
tonight.
have one question, one thing just before we sign off?
Okay.
Just about tomorrow's meeting. Is Will still there?
Yes, I am.
Will, is there coffee supplies at the rec hall that we could use, or should I bring some? Is there a coffee maker? It's gonna be a long day.
Yes, I'll bring the coffee maker from over at the fire hall, so you'll have a Keurig, and I'll make sure everything's here.
And like, we'll have coffee, or we need to bring coffee?
I'll have some, just the no name stuff. So if you have anything special, please bring it.
No, that's fine. It's fine. We just need to have something. And I assume we're all bringing our own lunches tomorrow. Is that right, Tom?
Correct.
Okay. Then that was it.
Okay. Well, we will see you tomorrow. And
Okay.
everybody have a good evening, and we'll catch up to you tomorrow morning.
Okay, thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
for being
Thanks, Will.
here.
Good
Thank you.
night.
Thank you,
Thanks.
everyone.
Good night.
night.